Englebert coming live on an episode of Getting Busy. A special episode. We're going to talk about those WNBA girls. They seem to always make headlines. So if you're coming in, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. And if you know the routine, I'm Biscuit, and let's get busy. So the word today is, like I've been saying, and a lot of us been calling for it. It's time for Cathy Englebert to go. She's completely a lost cause. She has, like I've said before, she is the biggest coward I've ever seen because she's afraid to stand up to the old guard. The old guard of all the lesbians and the black lesbians at that. Because according to Sports Business Journal, and they report today that she wasn't going to suspend Alyssa Thomas. Goes on to say that Adam Silver literally had to step in and said, you need to make some kind of consequence here. And I guess that's when Alyssa Thomas made her video. Her interview, and she said she had no idea that she was getting suspended until like 10 minutes before it went on social media. So, and then the icing on the cake was the other day at that golf tournament. She had agreed to go on the Dan Patrick radio show. And even though they were both at the same golf tournament, she snubbed him at the last minute after he'd done promoted it for the day before actually all week, that he was going to have Cathy Englebert on his show. And they were going to talk. And he was going to ask some really good questions. But at the last minute, she states that her PR team had advised her not to do it.
Denied. Kiss my entire ass.
That's horseshit. Then we find out that Adam Silver literally had to step in and force her to make a decision and suspend Alyssa Thomas for burying her fist in Caitlin Clark's throat. That's horseshit. I guess Cathy Englebert is too busy trying to be everybody's friend. And I'd like to know how often she's ever been to a Fever game. Has she even came and watched Caitlin play? I guess she sits around and watches these girls beat the shit out of her, so I guess she's just, oh, hell with that. I ain't gonna let them beat the shit out of me, man. So I'm just not gonna deal with it. That's complete horseshit. So it goes on to say that they're going to be making a decision at the end of this year. And I say Cathy Englebert is gone. Goodbye, adios. Get the hell out of here. Couldn't come fast enough. She just wasn't ready. She was not prepared for the tidal wave that came when Caitlin Clark came into the WNBA. And neither was the rest of the old guard. I guess they were loving being on charter buses and on charter planes and having to sit next to Tom, Dick, and Harry. Nobody not even knowing who they are. Going town to town playing in these little gymnasiums. I guess that was okay for them. Making around $50,000 a year. That's okay. They want to keep it that way. All of a sudden, a girl comes in who had just set the the world on fire with what she did in college. Nobody's seen anything like her. So, they had every chance. Cathy Englebert should have put her arms around Caitlin. Welcome. Beef things up. Stop with the stupid DEI hires. Get the real deal in here when it comes to officials. Get the real deal. It just didn't make no sense. They was not prepared. And she has dropped the ball. This girl come from Iowa and is going into her third year now. And she's been poked in the eyes. She's been clotheslined. She's been knocked from her back. She has literally been knocked all around. There has been 10 flagrant fouls against this girl. I have not seen a one that's been did on Paige Beckers. Angel Reese, she has suffered 4. 10. And it's not even close. Referees turn the other cheek when she goes to the hole. Somebody knocks the shit out of her. Oh, it's just incidental. This is the shit she's dealt with. We don't even see her parents at her ball games anymore. How could you? I don't know how I could be as a father watching my beautiful daughter go through that because of an old guard. These so-called veterans that just can't stand her. And just the other night, Fever kicked the living shit out of the world champion Aces. Kicked the shit out of them at Vegas. Went there and just took over Vegas. Sophie's at the UFC fight. She's being a ring girl. Caitlin is found with a couple other teammates at the Summer League rooting on the Pacers. Just having a blast. And then go and play the Aces and kick the living dog shit out of them. And there's a part there where there's a play. Chelsea Gray's going to the hoop. I guess she may have got Caitlin in the gut. It really didn't matter. They called the foul on Caitlin, so that's neither here nor there. But after the play, Caitlin goes down. If you slow it down, you see she kind of got caught in the midsection. It was totally incidental. Nothing against Chelsea Gray. She didn't do nothing. Nothing dirty. It was not dirty. But Caitlin goes down in the horror wheel and said, "Oh, she's flopping. She's flopping. She's flopping." But Chelsea Gray, being the great professional that she is, posts on Instagram or X or one of these social medias about the hate that she got for that. That somebody called her the N-word, and that's bad. It was somebody doing that, and she went on to say it's all the time they play the indie people. But when you go look at some of her past games and posts, people are saying that to her whether she's playing against anybody, not just the Fever. But then we learned that end up being somebody who was pissed off that Chelsea Gray cost his parlay. She didn't get an extra assist or a point or someone who gives a shit. But that's what it ended up being about, because the guy had nothing on his social media about being a Fever fan. So, are we going to see an apology from Chelsea Gray? No. She's already the victim. This is the type of shit that's going on in the WNBA. So, I really think at the end of this year, after reading this, that Adam Silver is going to shit can this woman. She's got to go. She does not know how to handle this tidal wave. And it's going to get bigger. There's more teams coming. There's more players coming. The old guard is getting pushed out. New and improved players are coming to the WNBA. It's just starting with Caitlin Clark. But Caitlin Clark gets the shit because she has not one time she has not made No political post. The closest thing she came to a political post was she is good friends with Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift posted something about voting for Kamala Harris, and Caitlin Clark liked the post. That's the closest she came to getting anything political. She has not did anything political, and she has done nothing but play basketball. Playing basketball is what she wants to do. That's all she wants to do. Instead, she's getting accused of being a white supremacist. It's the stories just go on and on. It's sickening. But to learn that Cathy Englebert was not even going to do no disciplinary action on Alyssa Thomas. That Adam Silver literally had to step in and say something has to get done. And what did she do? Gave her a 1-game suspension. 1-game suspension and a $1,000 fine. Yeah, I mean, I think she should have got more. I've said before that, they're making a little bit of money now. You know, a few years ago, you could have suspended them a game and fined her $1,000, and that would have been hard on them because they wasn't making no money. But these girls are starting to make millions of dollars now. So how about a 4-game suspension and a $10,000 fine? Then you're going to make them feel it. That we're not going to put up with this shit no more. But no, Cathy Englebert wants to go and dance around with them and be their buddy. You can't be their buddy and be their boss. You just can't. If Fisa Collier called her out, last year? She gets booed everywhere she goes. And then she could have put all this to rest and talked it all up by going on Dan Patrick's show just a few days ago. After she said she would. And then at the last minute when Dan Patrick was expecting her, he waited 2 hours for her to show up at his show. And then just to add insult to injury, she was playing golf just 50 yards away from him while he was on live. So we'll see how this goes down. I personally think David Silver, Adam, I'm still thinking about David Stern, because I'll tell you what, David Stern wouldn't take this shit. She'd already be gone if he was in charge. Believe that shit. Adam Silver is not David Stern. David Stern would not be putting up with this shit. He would have somebody competent there. He would have somebody who would embrace the tidal wave of fans and the tidal wave of money. It was because of Caitlin Clark they got the $2 billion TV deal. I think is on say NBC. $2 billion deal they got because of Caitlin Clark. Cathy Englebert has not at one time embraced her golden goose. She keeps saying all the rest of the players, shut the fuck up. Nobody was watching that shit. I literally I was watching a podcast, and they had literally put a counter out on how many damn layups these girls miss. And I think they had one game they missed 52 layups in a game. That's not good basketball. That's 7th grade level. But people are turning in to watch because and it's getting them watching, players like Angel Reese. I'm not an Angel Reese fan, but I can't deny the fact that how many people that she draws. She has a big following. Paige Beckers, she has a big following. The Valkyries are a new team. They started last year. They sell out there. They sell out there in Golden State almost every game. Kaylin brought all this. None of this shit was happening before her. And they did not, and she did not embrace it. She did not put out strict rules. No, we're not. Fans don't want to pay money to go watch their favorite player get beat down like that. They're not. And they're going to stress their displeasure of it on social media. And I'm not agreeing with some of the things they say. By no means it should not be going on, but it will, and there's not a damn thing nobody can do about it. My advice: don't read it. Don't read it. Simple. Somebody inboxes you and says a bunch of shit. There's a button called block. Boom, done. You can't call me no more. And I ain't gonna listen to your shit. Simple solution. No, but women can be catty, and that's just a fact. They can be catty, and they want it. They embrace that drama. They're embracing it. Now you got the United States Congress involved in this. Cathy Englebert. I say adios. And I'm not the only one that's saying it. So tell me what you think. Should Cathy Englebert keep her job or should she be gone? Please drop a comment. And until next time, even though this is about women's basketball, we are still them boys. Have a good one.